Welcome to the Saturday night session with Yvie Johnson, illustrator and writer from Denbigh, North Wales. And I keep thinking it's Wednesday. Saturday's session is children's illustration, otherwise known as KidLit art. And the piece I'm working on at the moment is a portfolio piece taken from the One Planet Week prompts from 2025. And the prompt I'm using at the moment is wild. So let's open this little piece. And I've been trying to do some homework in the background just to try and get it moving. I do add a lot of detail to my pieces, and sometimes they're like a big puzzle that need working out. I could probably do with getting the the time lapse together just to show how it all began, because this really has come along, but I've now got a lot of the fiddly stuff, getting all of the plants put together before I can really get onto the animals. I was just earlier working on this front area where I wasn't impressed with how I had these huge big leaves at the front. I didn't really like what they were doing, so I've added sort of a layer to put those big leaves a bit further back. Now this layer I've added is actually also is an overlay at the moment. It's too bright at the moment, but I'm going to change the colour to I'm going to darken the colour and to give us like to help the eye move up the page. But anyway, that's what I'm working on at the moment. Move it back to an overlay. I think that's the more of the colour I want it to be at the front. Anyway, let's turn that one off. And I'm just trying to figure out what I've done is I've taken the section that I originally had and I've copied it twice and then sort of moved those copies either left or right and made them smaller so that it looks a bit more entangled. These might get more detail, like leafy veins. But at the moment I just want to get the line work right and then start to build on their colour. Still unsure of what colour they're meant to be. Right, where was I? I mean, I made the mistake of adding all of these little, maybe the forget-me-nots, and some other little take out one of them. You can just see that it's actually one little collection of flowers, and I've repeated those, and they need spreading out as well. Evening, Uma. Have you managed to nap at all? Oh yeah, so Antoine's saying he's got a really nice pizza. He's just sent me a photo. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, very cheesy. Cheesy pizzas. Camembert and pecorino with mushrooms. They do look yummy. They're not all for you though, are they? Surely. Or have you got the sausage and what is that? Salumi? Focaccia and gelate bread. Lots of mushrooms there. Gosh, I've not had pizza in such a long time. Yeah, he's got camembert on one of those pizzas, Uma. Oh, is Alessandra... Oh yeah, Alessandra's streaming at the moment as well, and she appears to have an audio problem. Oh, crikey. Yeah, I started out with an audio problem as well, Uma. I couldn't hear my own music. So we're all talking about food, and I haven't had any dinner yet. I've actually got a shake to have, which I might just turn off my mic and sip that at points. Okay, I need to figure out this little mess of tangled plants and leaves. And Uma's also had some snacks as well, oven baked snacks. All this food talk. Where was I? I'm working on lines. It's hard to do line work when there's lots of crossovers. I think I'm gonna have to take out all of these flowers and put them on a different layer just for now, because they're confusing me. Cancel line already. Just try and simplify this process. So cut selection, paste. This is just the line work that I'm moving. Just a little outline that I'm doing with the lasso tool. And if I turn them off, see what still needs to be cut out. I also want to add that bit in, so that bit, there we go. Oh, I missed a bit as well, so let's add a bit more. wrong one. Cut selection, paste. Oh, hey, Alessandra. Thanks for stopping by. Yep, I heard you're streaming. I hope you have a good stream. And hope your audio issues get resolved. That selection. Gonna do that on all of them. Can't tell if it'll help to have the colour on in the background. Turn it off because I think it might be easier to see without having the background run. With these being separate flowers, I can then rearrange them where I want them to be. Okay, I think that's tidier. Selection. Not quite sure what these flowers are. They're just I think I'll try and do some sort of variant of what did I say? Forget me not. Oh, how typical. Forget me not as well. And buttercup, maybe. I think they go well together as a pair. I'll mess that up properly. Right. Okay, and cut this and so. Oh, what was that there? Pickledy lines. Okay. That is my left. That's the last one on this layer. those flowers are now sorted. Okay, let's bring back bottom layer. Move all these flowers up to the top. So all my flowers are turned off. Now the only flowers still there are the ones from the original layer. So right, turn off these bottom two. Oh, so I've done my original. No, I haven't. I've done some of the original flowers. Move these ones as well. Just turn that off. Right, where are my layers? What was I doing? This one. Add anything I don't need. Take away anything I don't need. Just tidying up these edges. I don't know if you're like me, the use of a pen instead of a mouse makes a world of difference to how you can actually get detail. Find a mouse, it really sort of twists my wrist a lot. I just haven't used a proper mouse now for years. And trying to use the little mouse track, the trackpad on the MacBook Pro that I have, just doesn't really work. There we go. I think I've got all the lines I want to cut out. Taking anything out that I keep. Selection. Paste selection. In that layer. There we go. Oh, hey, Sean. How you doing? Good evening to you. Right, now to make sense of these lines. Ah, I have got another layer of flowers to do. Darn it. Okay. One more layer. I can hear Tom just got back with the dogs downstairs. Now that it's night time, effectively it's dark when they go out for a run now. I made Tom put on their flashing green collars. And Teddy, which is quite a fluffy dog, he reminds me of Doug from Up. He's got very much the same look on his face as Doug, and he's just such a sweet dog. And now he's got a wonderful flashing green collar to show off. Okay, 2 more groups. Nope, that was meant to be part of. So it's spooky season, and Netflix have put on a new series called True Hauntings, and I've watched it, and it's brilliant. I mean, a lot of hauntings, true hauntings, are very much the same story. There's, but having the people tell the actual story themselves, it sort of comes, you hear it differently than if you're just hearing it from a remake. So it's part documentary and part drama. I've had several otherworldly, the word I should use, interactions, but fortunately nothing haunting. especially not to the degree that they were sort of sharing in the program. Where's this go? Up there. Quick one. Get the lines organized. Oak. I'm sure I'll get onto something else in this program, but at the moment I just got to get these done. Yeah. This truly is the last one. I'm not fibbing. Oh hey, Oliver. I mean, I don't really need to go all the way around the edges where there's no lines that intersect, but it's good to see what my actual flower layer looks like as an outline. I'm just cutting out what I absolutely don't need. And then I think I'm gonna have to invest in Apple TV. I only do it short term. But I really want to watch Invasion with Sam Neill. At least he was in the first episode anyway. You cancelled your Apple TV. Never watched it, and they kept putting the price up. But you're missing then all the good stuff. I only actually put it on if there's something I want to see on it. Because I want to watch the last series of Slow Horses, and I want to watch Invasion. Sorry, Oliver, did I actually say, was there a hello half an hour ago? I don't have a record. Sorry, you squeezed it in there. It's because you're purple like Antoine. I just saw that as more Antoine's. Sorry, you were actually on time for class. Put selection. Paste. Doke. Now we can sort these other lines out. Right, I've got to figure out all this jumble now. Background layer back on. Idea being, I delete the lines I don't need. And what I'm going to do is these 3 layers I will put in as one. Move them all to normal layers as well. Merge them together. Down. And try and ignore flowers. Move you to a fresh line. Okay, let's get rid of the lines we don't need. These are going to get a fresh look of colour and outline, so I'm just give myself easier line to work with. Get rid of. Sorry, I'm putting my hand over my mouth as I talk. Not an effective strategy. Oliver says he knows there's stuff on there that looks good, but there's stuff everywhere that looks good, and you already have Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? But we're in the shuffle at the moment. We've shuffled off Disney. We keep Prime because of the things I need to get for my supplements. Anyway, so it's a case of Netflix and Prime are like the two basics. I say basics. They're like the two foundational ones that we use. Going on with this one. Let's make it that one there. Draw a line in. Oh no, because I've gone over. Darn it, these double-lined things are actually very confusing. Why did I do this to myself? Yeah, there are too many things to subscribe to. I have to sort of see it as, right, if I really want to watch something, I'll set it in my mind, right, it's only for this series. I'll then binge watch the series, because that's how I have to watch stuff. And then unsubscribe. I don't have many vices, but I like, you know, if I can watch a good program, which is very rare. I hardly ever watch telly in any case. Oh, this is such a piggledy thing. I think I don't want this one to go all the way vertical. Let's make this one. Maybe. Oh, you pay them as a sort of together thing, do you, Oliver? Disney, Prime, and Paramount. I think Paramount would be great, but I know it's probably got more of is it the Marvel stuff? I just don't watch Marvel stuff. Yeah, we've tried Now TV. Every now and again. Oh, you just have them as a sub annual, right, instead of monthly. Okay, yeah, Paramount is Star Trek and Marvel is Disney. See, that's why Tom wanted Paramount, and I was like, oh, there must be some good films on there, and he was like, basically it's, yeah, Star Trek, Starry Warsy, Strecky Tough, Starry Warsy, Star Trekky stuff. sense. This makes sense. Do you know what? I was earlier whilst Uma was streaming, and I was just working on some of this. When you finished streaming, Uma, I went outside and Tom had built a gate, a little tiny gate, for the section of the garden where I just want for me to be able to sit on the grass or walk barefoot on the grass without standing in dog poop. And he'd built a nice gate to stop the dogs from going in. Finally, I've been asking for about a year for a gate. Finally done it. That was super. I'll take a photo and I'll share it. Daylight. Well, it looks like Antoine's eaten for all of us. Just trying to build new lines here from what I got. Nice to have tangled leaves. I don't want to make life too difficult for myself. What's there? Oh, there it goes behind. Oh. Okay, I don't want this one in the front. Two in front. That one probably more at the back. Oh, do you like making stuff like that as well, Oliver? Do you make little gates? I suggested that we have like one of those dog you know, like the sheep things where when you go over a stile or through a gate into a field, there's a dog or a sheep lift. You lift up a piece of wood and then the sheep or the dog can go underneath. Well, if I can't get out into the hills, I bring the hills to me. All the fun accoutrements go with it. And amazingly, I found on Instagram somebody had built, I might have mentioned this before, a library at the bottom of their garden from a shed, and around them they've got ducks and chickens. So I've told Tom that that's a must for the garden, because there's the bottom of our garden is a third of our garden. It's very long and it's fairly wide. It's too big for Tom to manage by himself, so the bottom of the garden has just been left as like a conservation area. I suggested that one idea for it could be, he wants a sauna or a little hobbit house sauna. And I'd like a garden library where I can just go and read books. Outside, but inside. It's the wonderful thing about Instagram sometimes. There's amazing ideas that you can steal and sort of turn into your own. Yeah. I think the biggest folder I've got of saved items is items for home to use, you know, things for Tom to make, basically. Yeah, that one with a cornered thing doesn't look right. Bring it down to that. There we go, and that follows the top bit here. I have actually altered some of the colours on this, so I'll show you in a sec how I've sort of changed it. Just I think I'm overwhelmed by the amount of detail in it, and even though I know the 3 subjects should be what's the most important to show, I get, you know, I start messing about with it and stuff. Something here. That one's that. One's there. Let's do that. Okay, I think we're getting there. Right, here we go. I've moved the blue leaves down. I've actually been working on Oliver, or little Oliver, and the rock below him. Actually is. I just did like an overlay of this, so I need to work out. Looks really sad. Why does he look really sad? I need to work on those features, I think. And why does the frog look angry? Does the frog look angry? Okay, so the features require some work. I'm gonna leave them to last because I'm just really want to get the floral foliage stuff sorted because it's a bit of a headache. There's that peculiar flower behind the dragonfly which doesn't really make sense anymore. So I might put some different types of flowers there or foliage. Maybe some reeds. I just go back to is there some things I've taken out? Oh yeah, that one I've taken out. In my little bugs need a lot of attention. Need some a lot. And what else? And that's it. So that's where I'm at so far. I've got bugs that need their positions. And probably need made bigger. Especially the spider. The spider does not look like that. Does not look like a spider. So yeah, more work to do. At the bottom of the page, I've done an overlay of grass, which I think helps. I think there was just too much of a block at the bottom, and I want to try and lift the eye up the page. If I put a little tear in the frog's eye, that help, Uma? It looks like his eyes are welling up. Is that better? Do they both look? I can make them all look really sad. Would that be really different for an image where it's all these beautiful bright colours, but all three of the subjects are really sad? All of them with a little tear in their eye? It would like be really dissonant. It might start you asking a bit more of a question though, like why are they so sad? Maybe because they know there's a climate crisis and they know the real effect of global warming has for them. Something like that. I don't know. Right, so I am going to pop off now. I'm going to carry on drawing, but I'm going to do it while somebody else streams. Just so that I can have my shake, because I've completely forgotten to have my drink, and I would really like to have my drink. I'm a little bit hungry. So, who's streaming at the moment? Is Jack streaming now? Alessandra's still live. Okay. Right, I'm gonna pop. Let's go and raid Alessandra, and then I shall catch you all tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow on Uma's live stream, and then obviously Monday there's loads with Adobe, and Tuesday is Sean. Then I'm back on Wednesday at 7 PM. And I've just added a brand new outro. Oh, here's clever. Dropped in as a lurky lurker. I read that as a lurky turker. But anyway, I need food. Thank you so much, guys, for saying hello. Let's go and raid Alessandra, and then I can go and have my dinner. Have a look. Raid. Helpful. Doodles. Okay. I shall catch you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye. Bye.